Hello friends and welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back if you are back. If you are new, hi, my name's Rabbit and my pronouns are they, them, and either way, thank you so much for clicking on my video today. I'm super excited because for all of September, I was just working super hard on prepping stuff for an October shop launch. So I have this giant box and this heavy box full of stuff that I've made this month, and I'm so excited to show it all to you. Since there's so much of it and I'm just gonna make the one video, I'm gonna try to go through things really fast. I'm not sure my shop launch date yet. It was originally going to be October 10th, but I feel like I'll be able to have it sooner than that. Either way, check my community tab, check my descriptions, sign up to the email list if you haven't already. I'll be sure to have all the information there. My website is relicsoftherat.com. Without further ado, let's get into this. Let's start with some plushies. I got into doing a new style of faces that was kind of like vintagey inspired, and also for Halloween I decided to do a ton of glow in the dark stuff. So a lot of this stuff is gonna have little glow in the dark elements, and I'm just like really excited about it. So first we have this little plushie friend. I'll scooch over so I can like insert pictures if needed, but this is Fenrir. He's based off a werewolf and I love him. He's got like a little hat with a skull bead and like the full moon, and some of the dots on his hat glow in the dark very lightly, and then he has the fun little face and his eyes and his fangs glow, and then he has his little skeleton tummy and he has a little bracelet that says ow, and then his claws. I had found this shark tooth necklace at the thrift store ages and ages ago, and I always knew I could do something fun with it, and this is what I ended up doing, is making little claws for Fenrir over here. He's named after a wolf in Norse mythology. He's got little glow-in-the-dark vampire fangs on his peats, and he's just a real big cutie. He's got a little bit of like sparkles in his face, which I think is really fun, like the silver, but it's not like glitter that will come off. It's like sparkles that's in the clay, so it's not like gonna shed glitter anywhere if that's a concern. So yes, Fenrir. This is Vincent, who's a spider. I named them after Vincent Price, and they're just like such a fun little cutie. I wanted to do the 8 eyes and the 8 legs and all the stuff, so we went with all of that kind of thing by attaching a lot of extra old plushy pieces to the torso. We've got like the fun little hat, we've got a bunch of bronze colored jewelry, a spider web, and a spider in a spider web. The face is really fun. The eyes like glow in the dark like the circles do, which I think is really fun. It's got like this big old spider web choker and a little spider belly button and a pumpkin foot, and Vincent's just a real fun sweetie. Oh, I almost forgot that I put a little fly in his hand, so he has like a little snack ready to go. So yes, this is Vincent. Lots of love to him. Now, this one's super fun. This is Pierpont. He's this little fun pumpkin guy, and I just find him absolutely delightful. When I found this like pumpkin-headed creature at the thrift store that already had this amazing apron overall things on, I was like, I need to get that and like customize it even more. So I made the clay face and some extra jewelry and like added some extra little buttons and stuff to his overalls and a necklace and a little skull on his hat. But Pierpont is amazing. He was amazing when I got him, and I feel like he's just like extra upgraded now. He's got little like fun feet and his little tin jack-o'-lantern bucket. Yeah, love him. So much fun. I was really excited. I love the vintagey style ones. Now this is Strix, who is actually a puppet technically, though because I sewed on the face, you can mostly just put your hands in the body and in the wings and not too much in the head. But Strix is a lot of fun. Their eyes, like around them, glow in the dark, which I think is a lot of fun. And they have this kind of like bronzy face, which I think is a lot of fun. I stitched this little like book of spells onto their chest as like a little talisman, and they have this little bell that holds their hat on. Speaking of their hat, there's a little owl charm, star on top, and then they've got a little pumpkin in their one hand. So that's Strix, lots of fun. Next I have a more pastel-y friend. So this is Moonbeam, and they are so named because they are supposed to be based off of the moon. They've got a little wand, a little hat that's very like sparkly and like got all like the pearls and different things on it. I used this clay that's got this like opal effect on it, and then their eyes have little like witches flying in them, because you know how there's like witches flying over the moon. That was kind of the idea with that. Around their eyes, their cheeks and their mouth and nose glow in the dark. They've got like a little moon charm on their collar and this little opal on their belly button. They're a little simple but really, really cute, and I enjoy them lots. Now this guy's a lot of fun. This is Brimstone. He's got like a little bit of a hood that you can pull back a bit but not a ton. He's a little devil bear with like the clay face and a little pentagram on his forehead. He's got one X on one eye and then a swirly in the other eye. This big bow, spider charm. I made him this tail that is actually posable, so you can do whatever you want with it. Got little horns that have piercings, including this one that has a knife earring, and he's got like a little stick that I imagine him being like, get off my lawn, or like some sort of that similar thing. Brimstone's such a freaking cutie. I like him lots. Now this is Grimble. They're just like a fun little pumpkin creature. They've got 3 eyes and all of them have a little pumpkin in the center of them. They have this little kind of staff thing with the pumpkin on it, a bunch of bracelets, a little set of purple bat wings, a little jingly bell with a jack-o'-lantern face on it. Oh, and they have like a little jack-o'-lantern face on their hood, as well as little pumpkins on their feet. They're really cute, really sweet. I enjoy Grimble a lot, and yeah, just a fun little guy. This is Violet, and they're a fun little trick-or-treating cat who's like purple and orange. I gave them a little hat with all the little pom-poms on it. They've got this earring that has a little gold cat and a witch hat on it, little stars in the other ear, a big orange satin bow, this little jack-o'-lantern bucket that they're using to trick-or-treat with, and I put a little jack-o'-lantern bell in their belly button as like a sort of little charm. They've got a pumpkin on one foot, and oh, I forgot, their face glows in the dark in the eyes and in the fangs. So yes, Violet's a lot of fun. Enjoy her lots. I think she's a real big sweetie. Now, this guy I made last year, but I decided when I was looking at the Halloween display that I'd like to put him up for adoption and maybe replace one of the ones in here for one in the Halloween display. So this is Trick, and yeah, as mentioned, one of the Halloween plushes that I made last year that was my favorite, but since then I have just made so many more that I was like, I can part with you. He's got bracelets that say trick or treat with like candy corn colors, little candy corn hat, this very mischievous little face with like the pumpkin sequins, eyebrows, and the little jack-o'-lantern bell, the jack-o'-lantern on his tummy. He's a real big cutie and I like him a lot, so I'm excited for him to hopefully go live in someone else's Halloween display. This is Sable Hop, and they're quite goofy. They're this little like black cat pumpkin creature. They've got this little kind of jester collar that's like a pumpkin thing with all the pom-poms on it. They have little pom-poms on their feet and a pumpkin face on their tummy. I gave them a little jack-o'-lantern bell, a little jack-o'-lantern earring, and some little star piercings in the other ear. Their eyes are like that super spaced out, dreamy kind of look, and they have like their head tilted to the side in like that kind of like curious sort of mood, in my opinion. I gave them the pumpkin stripes on their face, and they're just a real fun cutie in my opinion. So this is Sable Hop. Next to this is Jinx, and they're so much fun in my opinion, just very mischievous and adorable. I put a lot of glitter around their face, as well as there was a lot in the clay. They've got witches in their eyes, the little tiny hat, this pumpkin earring that's made out of those like Halloween erasers, a little bracelet, the jack-o'-lantern for their trick-or-treating, trick or treat spelled on their tummy, and just like a fun little face in my opinion. The orange ears, the little orange hat. I really like them. They're very fun and goofy and mischievous in my opinion, so yes, this is Jinx. Next I have my little skeleton guy. This is Jacobane, and he's got a little spider hat, this little like spider bouncy ball charm that I made him with some beads and stuff, little pumpkin pocket, jack-o'-lantern bell, and his fun little goofy face. Just like a fun little skeleton pumpkin head guy. One of his eyes has a spider in it and the other has a bat. And then I did all of his features like in yellow, so it kind of looks like they're glowing like a jack-o'-lantern would. So that was the idea with that. Now I have some candy corn creatures, specifically 2. So first the big guy. This is Bitterbite. His entire face glows in the dark, which I think is super fun, like the face panel, and he's just this big candy corn bear with the little pearl feet and the clown ruffs and this little handmade candy corn charm and his little hat candy corn piercings. I also made that one. And the little stars in his ears. He's a real big cutie, super snuggly. I think he might have originally been a Build-A-Bear, potentially, like one of those really old ones before they had like BAB written on them. But yes, this is Bitterbite, my little candy corn friend. In one eye there's candy corn with bats, and then in the other eye there's just a singular candy corn, and it's sparkly. This is my other candy corn friend. I wanted to also make a little one. So this is Marzipan. They're a little candy corn bunny. I put wires in their ears so they are posable, but you can have them standing up, one up, one down, whatever you want. They have a little handmade candy corn earring, their little clown hat, this fun little face, and the top panel glows in the dark, and so does their little mouth, their little clown ruff, and I handmade this little candy corn for them out of felt, so it's really nice and soft and squishy. So yeah, Marzipan's a real big sweetie. I like them a lot. Next, I think this is my first ever bird that I've done. So this is Nevermore. I wanted to make a raven for the Halloween season, so this is what I came up with. We've got some little pumpkin feet, a little star belly button, this resin crow skull. I put this little bird cage kind of charm in their hand, and then these feathers I found at the thrift store. They're originally on this like headpiece that looked very like handmade, a little bit janky, so I decided to transform it into wings for Nevermore. We've got a little raven on the hat, a skull, some different pom-poms, and the fun little face with the pumpkins in the eyes. Yeah, it was fun to try to do a bird type plush in the vintagey style. There was like a couple of different creatures that I wanted to do, like a bird or a frog or a snake. So on to, I guess, those ones next. This is Sibilance, and they are a snake. Sibilance is like the hissing sound that snakes make, so that's what I named them after. I have a little rattle that I made for them out of clay, and I put some little stones in it so they have like a little rattlesnake kind of situation going on. And I wanted to have like sort of a princess hat situation, like, you know, when like hats have the little things, like, I know that actual princesses in the Middle Ages didn't have it like this. It was like very much different veil, but still very pretty. I did the kind of holographic-y fabric on the hat, the little pearl, the eyes and the mouth glow in the dark. We've got the faux pearls going down the tummy, and the little collar, and a little sword earring. Sibilance was a lot of fun. I like them a lot, and their rattle is just a really fun time in my opinion. So yes, that's them. Next, let's talk about my frog friend. This is Fable. Again, a reptile, one of my first times trying to do that. I guess other than Merlin, but Merlin wasn't clay face, so this was just a fun experiment for that. We've got the little hat with the frog ribbon, the little face that looks a little bit melancholy. I gave them this trick or treat ear piercing and the ribbon around their neck. They got a little felt tummy and a little frog as their belly button, and the one ribbon as a bracelet. I like them a lot. They're quite simple, but yeah, I figured a frog or a toad was appropriate for the Halloween season, so that's where we ended up with Fable. Now, I already showed you my devil, but I also wanted to do an angel for this season. So here I have my little angel bunny. This is Azrael, and they have glow-in-the-dark eyes, their star glows in the dark, and so does their nose. Again, they have the princess type hat with all this tulle that's sort of different colors, like pinks and blues and golds. I gave them this little set of wings on the back. They're holding a gold key that was a thrifted earring. They have this thrifted brooch of an angel on their collar, little pearls around their feet, the very like luminescent eyes, and again that opal clay that has like that very beautiful sheen to it. I like them a lot. They're very beautiful. I figured, yeah, if we were gonna do a devil, we should also do an angel, so that's where Azrael comes in. Now, I wanted to do some vampires, and I did two. So first, this is Isolde, who is kind of a romantic vampire. Cage and I watched Tristan and Isolde for the first time together because we've been watching a lot of like knights in shining armor movies for the fall season, and it was so beautiful and so romantic, and I just wanted to do a really beautiful romantic vampire in the vintagey style. So that's this one. They're like a really nice heavy bean material like inside, but yeah, we have a little bat on their hat, stripes, the little red pearl, the face that's like looking off to the side with the different tones in it. They have this big red felt heart, the little scepter in their hand that has the bat and the different beads, some ruffs around their wrists, and this big ribbon around their neck. I like her a lot. I think Isolde's just like absolutely so sweet. But I did want to make two vampires. She was actually the second one I made. The first one I made was Bram, so let me show you him. Obviously named after Bram Stoker. This is my friend. I love the fur texture with all the different like black and red color in it. Absolutely beautiful. But we got the spooky face, the hat with the spider and the bat in it. We've got a cross and a spider web and this little like skeleton spider earring. I have the ruffly choker with the big black ribbon, and yes, the face. For the pupils, I did some bats. One color has a wrist cuff on it with one of those glow-in-the-dark set of fangs, and the other just has a regular ribbon. Bram is so fun in my opinion. I really like this style of face, and it was just, I think this was the first clay face plush that I tried in this new style that was very like vintagey Joanna Parker inspired, and I just had so much fun playing around with it, and I'm, yeah, really happy with the result. Okay, we're down to the last 5 plush. Before I get anyone's hopes up, there are 2 that will not be available for sale because I'm giving one to Cage and I'm keeping the other one, but I wanted to show them to you just like because I know some people might use these videos as sort of inspiration for their own creation, so I still wanted to show it in that case. Oh yeah, I also have the little heart on Bram's chest, but I'll show those 2 last. This guy is up for sale. This is a Rattle, and he's a little glow-in-the-dark skeleton bear. His face glows in the dark and his bones glow in the dark. He's got a little skull trick-or-treat bag, this little hanging skeleton earring, the little dancing skeleton hat, the very fun and mischievous slightly angry face, and a little skull on his ribbon. I like him a lot. He's really fun, named after the rattling bones. I like him lots. This is Puck, who's named after the character in Shakespeare. He just has that very mischievous pixie energy, so that's why I went with that name. Got the pumpkin hat with the sparkly pom-pom, this jack-o'-lantern charm in one ear, and this other jack-o'-lantern charm on the chain in the other ear. He's got the very fun face with like the shocked expression and the eyes and the dots and the moons and stars glow in the dark. He's got the little jack-o'-lantern pumpkin bell collar and little orange pom-poms on his feet, as well as a little maple leaf on his tummy. I don't know if I mentioned the jack-o'-lantern bucket already, but yeah. He's originally a giraffe plush, so he's got the kind of like orange and yellow spots, but I think it works with like the Halloween theme. This is Erebus. He's my little ghostly Thai clown. His whole face glows in the dark, which I think is really fun. Got the pearly hat, the little blue eyes, the red heart, the little ghosty belly button, and a little piercing that says boo in one ear. I got the clown ruff, some pearls, and a little clown ruff on his feet. Erebus is very sweet, and I enjoy him very much. Oh no, sorry. He's missing both of his cuffs. I was like, he looks incomplete. Yeah, here's one. Here's the other. They came off in the box. That is Erebus complete with his little cuffs. Very sweet. Okay, the last 2, these ones are not for sale, but I will show them just for inspiration's sake and whatever. First, this is Cauldron. I love him, and he's the one that I'm gonna put in the Halloween display because just so fun. I love the face. I love the pumpkin hat. It might be a situation like with Trick where I end up selling him next year, so keep an eye out for that. But for now, I just was like, I like you, I'm gonna keep you. He was originally already wearing this outfit when I got him at the thrift store. It's so cute. I just added the buttons and the little spider earring in the face, obviously, and the butt. Very adorable. And then the other one, I made it, and then Cage just kept being like, that one's so cute. It's so cute. And I was like, do you want it? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, you can have it. Just ask. But yeah, this is Pan. He's my little ram guy, and I'll definitely be making more ram guys in the future, so be on the lookout for that if you're interested in something along these lines. But he's got the little Capricorn feet, he's got a little skull pumpkin bucket, these horns glow in the dark, the face glows in the dark, he's got a little ram piercing, little bell on his neck, fun little ram face, and the pentagram on his forehead. He's just a really cutie, and since Cage loved him so much, I decided that he would go to him. So that is Pan, obviously named after the Greek Pan. Alright, now, that is all the plushes. On to, like, collars and fabrics and other things now. Alright, let's go. Sorry, I got cold. I had to grab a sweater. Okay, so real quick, I made 3 vests for the season because last year I made a bunch of Halloween vests and they were so much fun, and I wanted to make something kind of similar but maybe like a little bit more simple because I didn't want to like charge huge amounts for them. So these are all just like sewn on different fabrics, and I changed out the buttons and stuff like that. But I have 2 kind of classic orangey Halloween ones and 1 green and purple one. So I'll start with the green and purple one. So it's like the green corduroy kind of fabric with all the purple and slimy green elements. The back is my favorite. It's got this really fun big back patch on it, all the different like layered things. It's got pockets, yeah, different Halloween fun fabrics. And the best part in my opinion are all the fun different buttons. We've got the skull, the frog, the haunted house, the little checkerboard. Yeah, I like this guy a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. Halloween vest number 1. So that one's like a pretty large size. I have also one in a small size. This one was originally a like school uniform kind of vest, it seemed, but it's just like this little knitted one, again with just like the little fabric square patches that I sewed on. Back patch is these kitties with the crow and the spooky tree and the stars and the fence and all that kind of thing. Yeah, a little bit of more blue elements in this, but I really like all these vintagey kind of fabrics and designs. And then I have this one that is, I guess, kind of more of a medium size. It's made on this silky kind of material that I found at the thrift store. All the different orange and black and mostly vintagey kind of themed patches. I just really like that kind of Halloween art teacher aesthetic from like the 80s kind of vibe. It's very like kitschy and fun and vintage, so that's what I was going for with these. The back has like the little Joanna Parker skeleton, and I changed out all the buttons for orange buttons. So yeah, those are my 3 vests that I will have available on the website. Very excited about them. I also made a bunch of collars. These are all Halloween themed collars, and I think they're a lot of fun. So this first one is like a white one, kind of like beigey off-white situation with the snakes and the bats and the skeletons and the spiders, just plain white on the other side. But most of these I was kind of focusing on the pattern side, not really on making them like they are reversible technically, except for one. One has way thinner fabric than I expected, where it doesn't really work as reversible, but this one has kind of just like a plain beigey linen on the other side, and they all do up with a ribbon, so they're adjustable. Next I have this one with the pumpkins on it. Feels very vintage and fun, very like 80s in my opinion. Super cute, black ribbon. It's just black on the other side. Plain, simple, very fun. This one is the same on both sides, just the black and orange gingham. I have a lot of this material and I really like this fabric, so made another one of these. I also really enjoy this fabric. So this is too thin, where like I would not recommend using this one as double-sided because you can totally see through the fabric on the one side. But yeah, the purple and black cats on the witch hats with the bats and everything. Super fun in my opinion. Absolutely one of my favorite fabrics. I have another one with the potion design, but with a different part of the fabric, so it's like different than the last one. It's gray and then stripy gray on the other side, but mostly just meant to be worn on the potion side. Another Halloween bear one, but again, different side of the fabric, so it's slightly different. Got all the fun little creatures, the dogs and the cats, dressed up for the season. Black ribbon, just plain and red on the other side, but quite cute, quite fun. I enjoy it, very vintage. And then I wanted to try a new technique this year, which was the patchwork collars. So basically I made a lot of patchwork stuff last year where I would take a bunch of little squares of fabric and then sew them together and then use that to make patterns and stuff out of. So that's what I did with this. I made a black and orange one, a gray and black and white one, and then a slimy green and purple one. So first the orange one. Super fun in my opinion. All the different black and orange vintagey fabrics, all the different squares sewn together, just plain black on the other side. Then this is the black and white one. A little more classic. I think this is really fun. There's some gray in there as well. Just plain gray on the other side. but I really, really enjoyed, especially this fabric. And then one of my favorite things about this is that these two ones have glow-in-the-dark elements, where like the owls and the boo glows in the dark, I think. And then this is the purple and slimy green one. Very fun, very Beetlejuice. There was a couple of things that I did this year that were like purple and slimy green because I know black and orange isn't for everyone. So I did a couple of things with this sort of color scheme. So yes, this is this one. So that's all the collars that I will have available on the website. I also made 2 bags. They're a little more simple than the ones I normally make, but I just was wanting to like crank out as much stuff as possible. So they mostly just have patches and stitches and stuff on them. This one is kind of the laptop messenger bag type thing. Got all the different fun Halloween fabrics, the stitches around it, the Happy Halloween pull tag. In terms of pockets and stuff, there's the one zipper at the top, lots of different compartments in here, compartments here, in the back, compartments, more compartments, and it's made of nylon, and I also made this one into a compartment so you can put whatever you want into the crow pocket. So yes, quite fun. I really like the Halloween patchwork thing, so this is really fun in my opinion. And then I also made another one. This one's a little bit smaller, but it's made on a mech bag, so it's like really, really nice quality. Got all the different patches. This is what the back looks like. We've got this witch charm hanging off of it, and yeah, it's just super, super fun. Got lots of pockets and stuff on the inside. Nice big long strap. So those are the 2 bags that I will have available. Okay, sorry, we still have a lot of stuff to get through, and I'm just gonna power through it as quick as possible. So for these chokers this year, I decided to do them with glow-in-the-dark paint. This one was a messed up one because I did the paint right from the tube. It's way too thick. The rest of them are very much thinner. One says ghoul, one says witch, one says vampire, one says spellbound, one says trick or treat, one says werewolf, and the last one says alien. They're all of that gothic font, they all glow in the dark, fabric paint, they tie up in the back with ribbon. That's the hand-painted chokers. Okay. I also made a bunch of beaded chokers because I had made one for a willow kind of lookbook, and it was so much fun and it was so cute that I wanted to make more. So this is like a purple and silver kind of like dark fairy was kind of the vibe I was going for with this one, so I like it a lot. They're all made on like stretchy elastic, so they're very flexible and comfortable in my opinion. And they all have a combination of like thrifted and recycled beads and different charms and stuff like that. This one's very pastel goth. Got the little sparkly black coffin charm at the bottom made out of resin. All the different beads with the pastel colors and the black ones in between. Super fun and cute. This one is candy corn themed with the orange, white, and yellow stars. And then these little beads that I DIY'd, I just strung 3 beads together to make the little candy corn charm and put the wire around them, and I think they're so cute. So yes, this little candy corn choker I think is adorable. This is a classic Halloween one. It just says trick or treat on the front. It's got all different charms hanging down it, little bat, little skull, little jack-o'-lantern, spider web, and a spider. I think it's a lot of fun. This is a vampire themed one. It's got some glass beads, some plastic beads, coffin charm, some bats, a dagger, a cross, a spider, a tooth, all sorts of different fun things on this one. Another orange and black Halloween one, this one with a giant pumpkin, bat, spiderweb, little witch, little spider, little pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern thing, all the orange and black beads. It's a lot of fun. This I think might be my favorite. It's like the celestial one with all the different charms and the center choker in the middle, the stars, the crystals, all the different things. Then this one is like purple and slimy green with like kind of like a witch vibe. It's got the broomstick, the cat on the moon, the little witch flying on the broom, the star, the spider web, the green and purple beads. I think it's super cute. So those are my beaded chokers. I also of course made a lot of faux rosary-style necklaces. So let me go ahead and show you those ones. Starting with this, purple and green, classic witchy colors. The purple beads are plastic except for this one, and then the green beads are glass. It's got a bat and a spider charm at the bottom. Very witchy, festive, but I feel like it also would work year round. Classic vampiric one, red with the black resin skull charm. This one is super fun and unique. It's like green and purple, but all the beads are different. They're mostly glass beads, but there's a couple plastic ones in there. It's got a bug at the bottom, like a sort of fly situation, fun glass bead. It's really cool and interesting in my opinion. One of my favorite things was making these ones out of candy corn beads. So like I said, I just strung all the different little orange, white, and yellow beads together so it made a candy corn pattern. This one has all the candy corns of the same size and then a little bat on the bottom. But I also made one where some of the candy corns are bigger at the top and some of them are smaller near the bottom, and it has a resin bird skull charm. So that's what this one looks like. Super, super fun. I really like the candy corn rosaries. Then this one is those like black kind of plasticky glass beads. Like they're glass beads with like some strange coating on them, I think. But they remind me of planets. It's like this black and orange situation. So like they're half black, half orange beads. I stuck the little resin bird skull at the bottom, and yeah, I think they look quite nice. Did a couple of pearl designs, including this one with the faux pearls and the chains, the bat and the skeleton hand at the bottom, and this one that was kind of black and white themed was the idea, and I used really delicate beads on it. So we have the faux pearls that are the white, and then the tiny little black plastic beads, and then the big bat and the little bat at the bottom. I wanted to make a very Beetlejuice inspired one, so we went with this green and black and white situation with the fly at the bottom. The black beads are very sparkly, the green is very like slimy green. And then this is real amber. I used it to make this orange rosary-style necklace with the bat, and then this sword. The sword has like a little tiger or panther face or something at the bottom. Very, very cool. And I remember I wasn't sure if this was real amber, so I had a little piece that had chipped and I burned it to see if it would smell, and it did. It like smelled all beautiful and resiny and not like toxic and plasticky, so yeah. Really, really fun. Then this one is mostly those like glass kind of like strangely coated beads again, with like a couple of real stone beads between, little spider web at the bottom. I just wanted to do a lot of like orange color ones for the season because this orange rosary is one of my favorite accessories to wear during the spooky season, and I feel like I just wanted to send more out into the world. Then we have this one that is candy corn themed. It's got glass beads, and then the little candy corn beaded thing that I made at the bottom. Just 3 left. This one has dark red stone beads. Not super sure what stone this is, but it's got the spider web, the bat, and all of these. Super pretty. And then I made 2 of the really delicate ones. So this one is like very light red with the teeny tiny beads. This is one of my favorites, so gorgeous in my opinion. And then a little red coffin charm. It's similar to the one I made last time, but it's got lighter beads, but still the same charm, and like they're both red. But this one is, yeah, lighter. And then I made one with those dark beads again, same as last time, but this one has a little bat at the bottom, and it's got a different, like the front and the back are different on the charm. So that's a lot of fun. So those are all my rosaries that I made for this Halloween launch. Now let's talk about my ribbon chokers, and then I have some patches and some stickers, and then I think that's it. I promise. Thank you so much for sticking with me, you guys. This one's ghostly and beautiful in my opinion. Got the vintage lace, the possum bone, the sacred heart at the bottom. Possum bone is obviously ethically sourced. I traded for it forever ago back on Tumblr. From a person who collected it from a skeleton they found. I think it's super, super pretty, and yeah, very nice. This one also has a sacred heart on it, the white lace, the chain. This one feels very romantic and vampiric. I think it's super gorgeous. This one's really fun and cute. It's like a Halloween jester kind of moment. It's got the jack-o'-lantern bell, all the little orange and black beads, and the stripy ribbon. Very simple one, just the purple lace, purple ribbon, and the little skeleton hand. Made 2 stripy ones. This is the first one, black and white stripes, some big old spikes, and some chains dangling down. Ooh. There we go. That's what it normally looks like. This one is a purple satin ribbon with black lace layered over it and all these fun spooky Halloween buttons plus a bunch of spikes. It's like a really fun mix of like kitschy 80s and like punk and pastel and like all the things that I love personally. This is like a classic vampire moment. Black chain, black coffin, silver bats, red and black, ribbon and lace. Very, very fun. This one is Beetlejuice inspired. It's the other black and white stripy one, but it's got the slimy green little drippies and the spider and then the purple lace-up ribbon in the back. Orange ribbon with black lace, pumpkin center, and the spikes. And then orange ribbon with black lace, buttons, and a little pumpkin dangly charm on that. So those are the ribbon chokers that I will have available. Next, I'm going to show you my felt patches. I did 3 designs and like 3 of each. They all have different names, so you'll be able to like get a specific one. But let's talk about the bats first. We have Agatha, Virgil, and Percival. They all look like this, and you'll be able to see on the website like who is who, but that's the idea with them. Little felt handmade patches. I think they're super, super fun. Then I have my kitties. We have Minerva, Barnaby, and Tom. Little orange kitties with their little hats and their pom-poms and everything. It's like nice soft felt, and I think it just makes like a really fun little patch to put on a vest, on a sweater, on a jacket, on a bag, or whatever you like, honestly. And then for my pumpkins, I have Basil, Thaddeus, and Ambrose. So that's this guy. Super, super cute and fun in my opinion. And yeah, I just wanted to differentiate them because technically they are all a little different because I, you know, made them all by hand, so they all have like a slightly different expression and slightly different whatever. So I do want people to be able to pick the specific one and like know who they're getting. So that's why they all have different names, even though it's like kind of more or less the same design. But yes, those are my felt patches that I will have available. I will also be trying to offer some lino cut patches. Basically, I'm doing them in 2 colors, either like a white or a beige. So we have the first design, which is a little mousy in the jack-o'-lantern. And then the second design, which is the little bat face. Then I have my little circus bat holding the jack-o'-lantern balloon with the spider webs and the stars. And last of all, I'm a little pumpkin guy with the little shocked face and his little hat. So because it's lino cut, there is like variation between each one. Like some are a little darker, some are a little lighter. The other thing, if you prefer a little print of the designs, I will be including one of these in every order, of course, because I like to include a little freebie in every order of the lino cut prints. But if you want a set of all 4 of them, you can also order that. So feel free if that is of interest to you, just because I didn't do that last time, but I figured it might be fun for this, because yeah, I wanted to make a new freebie design for the Halloween season, so that's what I did for these, and then it kind of doubled up as also being like a patch design, and it's gonna be a freebie, but also if you want all 4 of them, then feel free to also order them. You can use them as like cards or put them in your journal or on your wall as like a print, whatever you want to do. Now, I think this is the last thing, and I gotta say, I'm so excited about this one. This I did not make, I had manufactured, but I got more stickers made of my logo, and you might be like, why is it not pink? Because it's glow in the dark, guys. So yes, just a regular vinyl sticker of the logo. I wanted to do a limited edition glow in the dark version for Halloween. So they glow really, really nice and bright. I got them made on Sticker App, so no more evil sticker mule. I'm so stoked about these. I'll still have the pink ones available and then maybe do some other designs down the line as well. But for now, I just want to say I have a limited edition glow in the dark Halloween stickers. So that is what will be available for the 2024 Halloween shop launch. I really hope something might have caught your eye and that you're excited for it. Again, I'll have information about when the date and the release and everything will be coming soon. The last shop launch went so amazingly successfully, and I just want to say thank you again for just supporting me through this journey and everything. I feel like I've taken up a million years of your time, so thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night or whenever it happens to be. Hope to catch you in the next one, and I hope you're having an amazing spooky season. Okay, thanks again for watching, and bye for now. Bye!